online platform for GATE Agriculture Engineering, and this is all about me. Today we are going to study about the screw conveyors. Friends, this is a simple and short topic, but it is carrying a good weightage in the GATE examination. So I would like to explain you all the terms and all the questions coming in the previous year examination regarding this topic. Friends, mostly they are asking about the theoretical capacity of a screw conveyor, and it is very easy. Friends, I think most of you have seen the screw conveyor. You see about the extrusion machine in many oil press. You see that inside the hollow shaft, inside the hollow cylindrical body, there is rotating shaft which is in the shape of screw, so that the materials transfer from the one portion of the machine to the another portion, and it is the screws are in helical shape so that it can easily transport materials. And friends, theoretical capacity is especially the volume of the conveyor, means how much volume per second the conveyor, or per minute, or per unit time the conveyor can transport from one place to another. That is called the theoretical capacity of conveyor. means कन्वेयर का theoretical capacity होता है कि कन्वेयर कितना वॉल्यूम पर यूनिट टाइम पे ट्रांसफर करेगा एक प्लेस से दूसरे प्लेस पे. और एंड वी कैन कैलकुलेट इट बाय यूजिंग पाई बाई 4 इंटू कैपिटल डी स्क्वायर माइनस स्मॉल डी स्क्वायर इंटू p into n. Friends, here you see that capital D is the screw diameter and small d is the shaft diameter. Friends, on the shaft there are screws are made, means helical shape screws are made. So capital D is the diameter of total, means shaft plus screw total diameter is the capital D, and small d is the only when the screws are not made on the shaft, then the shaft diameter is the small d. And friends, p is the pitch, means distance between the center of two consecutive threads. Friends, I think all of you have studied about the pitch in your theory of machine chapter in gears. All of you have seen that the consecutive difference between the two threads is called the pitch, and n is the revolution per second, means rps. Friends, you remember that, put all these values in proper SI unit and you can get the theoretical capacity in meter cube per second. And friends, many times the theoretical capacity has been asked upon the weight basis. Friends, this is on the volume basis, means theoretical capacity we are calculated in terms of volume, means meter cube per second. But when they are asking in terms of weight basis, then we simply, whatever the theoretical capacity we have calculated on volume basis, we simply multiply with its density of the material. Means I think all of you know that density is equal to mass by volume. So if you multiply the volume by density, then you can get in terms of mass, means kg per second. It is very simple, and I think all of you can understand this. And friends, another thing very important asking in this, that is power. Friends, power is, I think you all of you know that power is, for power we are calculating, that is pressure into discharge. I think all of you know the power formula, that is pressure into discharge. In fluid mechanics we have studied, and in soil mechanics also we have studied. Friends, let's go a little bit basic about the power. Means I think all of you have studied in your intermediate that power is equal to force into velocity. Friends, you start from the basic, that all of you know that pressure is equal to force by area, means force is equal to pressure into area. And when you put the force value in terms of pressure and area, then you can calculate the power as power is equal to force into velocity is equal to pressure into area into velocity. Means you know the basic formula for power, that is force into velocity, and if you replace the force in terms of area and pressure, then you can write power is equal to pressure into area into velocity. And friends, when you consider that area into velocity, that is our discharge, means Q. You have studied about that, area into velocity is discharge. So you can write that power is equal to pressure into discharge. And friends, I think all of you know that pressure is equal to rho gh, whatever we have studied in our first year engineering in fluid mechanics chapter, that is rho gh into discharge. So here friends, I have written the discharge means capacity of conveyor, that is theoretical capacity, that is C in terms of volume basis. So you can multiply the rho g L into C. Friends, here L is the length of conveyor. You should take care about that length of conveyor. Means here I have used the pitch of conveyor. Many students have getting doubt here. Here I have used, for calculating the theoretical capacity, I have used the pitch of conveyor. But here I have used the length of conveyor. For calculating the power, you should consider the rho GL, means length of conveyor. Here L is the length of conveyor. So you should take care about this. And if you want to calculate in terms of HP, means horsepower, you simply divide the whatever your power coming in watt divided by 746, you can get it in terms of HP. Now friends, see the questions so that your concept get more clear about this. Friends, here a horizontal screw conveyor of length 3.2 meter, means length is given, that is 3.2 meter. बल्क डेंसिटी हमें गिवन है क्वेश्चन में, स्क्रू डायमीटर गिवन है, शाफ्ट डायमीटर गिवन है, पिच ऑफ स्क्रू गिवन है, एंड it is saying that 80% of volumetric capacity. The screw is operating at 80% of volumetric capacity, and it is saying that the RPM is 50. So it is asking about the discharge in turns per hour. Friends, this is the case of calculating the discharge in terms of weight basis. So the first thing you should calculate that theoretical capacity of conveyor, that is pi by 4 into d square minus d square into p into n. And when you multiply this with rho, I have shown you in the previous formula that when you multiply with density, then you can get in terms of weight basis. So you put all these values, you can get the discharge in terms of weight basis, that is 68.876 kg per second, and you multiply it by 3600 and divide it by 1000, then you can get in terms of turns per hour. But friends, one more thing is here, that is it is saying SQ is operating at 80% of its volumetric efficiency. So you consider it volumetric efficiency and you multiply it by 0.8, then you can get 198.3636. Friends, now see another question. It is saying that screw conveyor का length हमें given है 2.4 meter and bulk density of grain given है and material factor given है, and screw diameter, shaft diameter, pitch of a screw, all things are given, and it is asking about the capacity of when it is completely filled at RPM of 60, then the capacity of screw conveyor in meter cube per hour and the theoretical power in HP. Means friends, हमें same like the previous question, we have to calculate the capacity of conveyor and after that we have to calculate its power. Friends, you see here the solution. Friends, here everything is given in the question, that is capital D is given, small d is given, pitch is given and n value is given. So you can simply apply the formula that you can get the 257.16. And friends, after that it is asking to calculate the power. Friends, in this question you see that material factor is given. So you should always remember that when material factor is given, while calculating power, we should multiply with material factor. That is 1.2 is given here in the question. So you should multiply with material factor. Friends, you see that in case of capacity, we don't have to do anything with material factor. हमें कैपेसिटी कैलकुलेट करने में मटेरियल फैक्टर की कोई यूज नहीं होती. बट व्हेन वी आर कंसिडरिंग द पावर, देन we have to multiply with the material factor so that we can get the answer. 57 and meter cube per hour and 1.8 something I have got. Means here the answers are not given in proper way, so the means the answers are not given in proper way. So here the answer is the option A, means 257 I have got in the first term and 1.8 something I have got for the power in HP. But here the answers are not given in proper way, so you mark answer A. That is first option is matching with your first answer, then you should mark according to the first option. Now friends, see another question. Here it is saying that screw conveyor mounted means 4 centimeter diameter हमें given है screw conveyor की, pitch and diameter, pitch and shaft की diameter 4 centimeter given है, pitch and diameter of screw conveyor हमें given है, और 50% of theoretical capacity है, actual capacity and 850 kg per meter क्यूब हमारा डेंसिटी गिवन है, 150 आरपीएम गिवन है, और हमें मटेरियल फैक्टर भी गिवन है, दैट इज 0.4 एंड स्क्रू लेंथ इज गिवन है 8, और इट इज आस्किंग अबाउट द एचपी, मींस इट इज आस्किंग अबाउट द पावर. सो फर्स्ट थिंग वी शुड डू फ्रेंड्स, वी शुड कैलकुलेट द theoretical capacity, that is pi by 4 into capital D square minus small d square into pitch into RPM. Friends, you should see the question. Here material factor is given, so don't be confused and don't multiply the material factor in case of theoretical capacity. Friends, theoretical capacity को material factor doesn't affect नहीं कर सकता है. Material factor only affect the power, means it has only effect upon the power. So we should multiply the material factor only with the power, not with the theoretical and actual capacity. Doesn't have any effect with material factor. So you should calculate the theoretical capacity, that is coming 0.052, and after that you calculate the actual capacity, that is 50% of theoretical capacity, means you multiply with 0.5, that is 0.026. Friends, after that you go for power, that is rho z L into theoretical capacity. Friends, one more thing you take care about this topic. When we are considering the power, we should multiply with the theoretical capacity, means we should not multiply with the actual capacity, we should multiply with the theoretical capacity. Whatever the theoretical capacity coming in, that only we should multiply with the pressure, and then after we will get the power. मीन्स हमारा जो theoretical capacity होता है, मैंने स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पे गलती कर देते हैं, वो लोग एक्चुअल कैपेसिटी को मल्टीप्लाई कर देते हैं हमारे प्रेशर से, और आफ्टर दैट दे विल कैलकुलेट द पावर, मीन्स जो पावर आएगा उससे वो रॉन्ग होगा. आपको हमेशा एक theoretical कैपेसिटी को प्रेशर से मल्टीप्लाई करना है पावर कैलकुलेट करने के लिए. So friends, you can clearly see that here I have multiplied with 0.052 into 0.4. Friends, material factor, don't forget to multiply with material factor. So 0.4, you can get the answer, that is 1387.526 watt. And when you multiply with 746, you can get in HP, that is 1.86 HP. Question asked in ARS examination. You see this. यहाँ पे गिवन है हमें डायमीटर ऑफ सर्कुलर सिलो गिवन है, दैट इज 2 मीटर एंड हाइट उसकी गिवन है, और इसको अपन फिल करते हैं ग्रेन से जिसकी बल्क डेंसिटी है 800 kg पर मीटर क्यूब, एंड इट इज आस्किंग व्हाट विल बी द एडिशनल वॉल्यूम अवेलेबल एंड हाउ मच इज द क्वांटिटी ऑफ ग्रेन कैन बी फिल इफ इट्स पैकिंग डेंसिटी इज इंक्रीज टू 850 kg पर मीटर क्यूब. द ट्रू डेंसिटी ऑफ ग्रेन्स आर गिवन, दैट इज 1200 kg पर मीटर क्यूब. फ्रेंड्स, first thing you should do that calculate the, here the diameter is given and the height is given. So first thing you should do that calculate the total volume of the silo. Means I have calculated here, that is 18.85 meter cube. And friends, after that you calculate the initial weight of grain, that is initial bulk density is given 800 kg per meter cube. So you should multiply with density and volume, you will get the mass, means mass of initial grain stored. It is saying that when the, in second case, when the density is increased from 800 to 850 kg per meter cube, then you should calculate the another final weight, means second weight. In second case the density is 850, so you should calculate the 850 into volume, you will get the final mass, final weight of the substance, that is 16022.5 kg. So friends, we have to calculate the change in weight, that is final weight minus weight, that is you can get 1222.5 kg. And friends, it is asking about the additional volume. So I think you have calculated the, you can got the final change in weight. So additional volume it is asking. So friends, in the question it is clearly given that when the volume, when the density is changed to 850 kg per meter cube, so change in weight we can got, so we can calculate the change in volume is additional volume needed. That I think all of you know that mass density by volume is equal to density is equal to mass by volume. So volume is equal to mass by density. So you can do mass, change in mass divided by density, means final density, that is 850 kg per meter cube, and you can get the additional volume, means change in volume, that is 1.438 meter cube. Now friends, see another question based upon the screw conveyor. It is very easy question. You see here that 2 meter length is given, density is given, that is 680, and the screw diameter, shaft diameter, pitch are given, RPM is given. It is asking about the capacity of a screw conveyor in meter cube per hour. Friends, pi by 4 into d capital D square minus small d square into pitch into 60 into 60. Friends, here it is asking in per hour, so you should multiply with 60 into 60 and 1. Friends, here it is 60 RPM is 60 revolution per second, so 60 divided by 60 is going to be 1, so 203.6 is going to be the right answer. Now see another question. It is also very easy. Here it is given, the length is given, diameter of a screw is given, and shaft diameter given, a screw pitch is given, and 50% of theoretical capacity, means actual capacity, and the density is given, material factor also given, and power efficiency 0.5 is given. So friends, first thing you should do that don't be panic by seeing the solution little bit lengthy or little bit dangerous looking it is, but it is very easy. You simply go by basic, that is you calculate the theoretical capacity, that is pi by 4 into capital D square minus small d square into pitch P into N into, means revolution per second, into its, means its capacity, that is 0.5. So you put all these values, you can get the actual capacity, that is 133,596 meter cube per hour. Friends, it is given per hour, means you have to multiply with 3600. You should be very clear with the units conversion, friends. So you get in meter cube per hour. And friends, after that it is asking about the amount of power, means we have to calculate the power. And I have told you previously that power is equal to pressure into theoretical capacity. And here friends, efficiency is also given, so you should divide the efficiency, that is 0.5, 50% given. And friends, one more thing, here the material factor is also given, so you should multiply the material factor with the power, means 0.4. You should multiply here. You see that 770 is the rho, means density, and 133.596 into 5. Friends, here 5 is the length of the conveyor, means you see that 5-meter conveyor into 0.4. 0.4 is the material factor, and into 1. Friends, it is, you can see here that it is in meter cube per hour. So when you are multiplying, when you are doing the unit conversion, you can easily get here the values answer, that is 1.12 kilowatt. You put all these values and you can sure get the answer. Friends, now see another concept. Friends, it is very easy concept. I think all of you might have studied, but friends, it is easy. So I want to recall you that, because many times we are doing mistakes in the easy things. We are thinking that it is easy, we can do in the examination easily, but while calculating we will do mistake. So I will little bit recall you the concept, that is power required to accelerate the centrifuge is equal to 1 by 2 into mva square is equal to 1 by 2 into I omega square is equal to 1 by 2 into 2 pi r n to the power whole square. Friends, here I have done in different terms, means mva square means mass flow rate is the m, and v is the velocity. And in second case, I have written 1 by 2 into I omega square. Friends, here I is the moment of inertia. I think all of you have studied in your engineering mechanics about the moment of inertia of different bodies. So I is the moment of inertia, and W means omega is the angular velocity, means omega. I think all of you know that omega is the angular velocity. Friends, in third case, I have written 1 by 2 into 2 pi m into 2 pi r n 2 pi ri n to the power 2. Means friends, I think all of you know that v velocity is equal to r omega, and r omega is equal to v is equal to 2 pi r n. Means I think all of you know this conversion, v is equal to r omega and omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60. Friends, here n is the revolution per second. You can see here that I have written the unit of n, that is rotation of disc, that is in rps. So I have not divided by 60. यहाँ पे n की वैल्यू rps में गिवन है, इसलिए मैंने 60 से डिवाइड नहीं किया है. अदरवाइज आपने पढ़ा होगा कि ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई n बाई 60 जब हमारा n rpm में गिवन हो. बट जब हमारा n वैल्यू गिवन हो rps में, then we don't have to divide by 60. So you should little bit understand this unit conversion. Now friends, see the questions. Here it is asked in 2002. Very simple question. The feed rate is given 24 kg per second and the velocity is given, and it is asking about the power. You simply do 1 by 2 into mv square and you put values and you can get your answer, that is 10.73 kilowatt. So friends, you should, when you are doing this calculation, you will get your power in watt, then you divide it by 1000, you can get in kilowatt. Now friends, another concept that also we must no see this. Here another question. It is saying that solid disc flywheel have 20 kg mass and 800 mm dia and rotated as 2400 rpm. It is asking about the stored energy. Friends, I have told you, you see this formula. Second case, 1 by 2 into I omega square. This is applied here. Friends, 1 by 2 into I omega square. For moment of inertia, I think all of you know that I is equal to mr square, means mass into radius square. So here every value diameter is given, so you convert it into radius, and mass is given, and omega. Friends, I have told you that omega is equal to 2 pi n when n is in rps, revolution per second, and omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60 when n is given in rpm. जब हमारा आरपीएस में गिवन हो तब ओमेगा की वैल्यू 2 पाई एन होगी, और जब हमारा आरपीएम में गिवन हो तब ओमेगा की वैल्यू 2 पाई एन बाई 60 होगी. आपको ये चीज़ याद रखनी है. फ्रेंड्स, हियर एन इज गिवन, दैट इज 2400. RPM. So you divide it by 60, 2400 divided by 60, you will get the value that is 40. Whatever 40 I have written here, you can see, you put all these values, you can get your answer. That is 101.06 kilojoule. Friends, you can see here that here the mass of flywheel is 20 kg. Means 20 kg per unit time is not given. It is simply given 20 kg. So it is in joule because it is a case of work. If it is given in 20 kg per second, then you should put the unit here kilowatt. And if it is not given per unit time, then you put in kilojoule. Now friends, another question, see, it is also very easy, but I would like to little bit recall your all the formulas and concept here also. Here friends, it is the question of head balancing. I think all of you know that pressure head is equal to P by rho g. In Bernoulli equation, I think in fluid mechanics Bernoulli equation, all of you have studied about the pressure head, velocity head, these things. So pressure head is equal to P by rho g and velocity head is equal to V square by 2g. So friends, here the density is given, pressure is given in megapascal, so megapascal 10 to the power 6, and it is asking about what is going to be velocity, and g value all of you know that 9.81. So you put all these values, you can get your answer, that is in 200 meter per second. So friends, that's all about today, and next we are uploading videos upon the food processing next topic in this